Hello everyone, welcome to Success Education. Today we are going to do the workbook solution for Standard 7 for Social Science, chapter number 6, that is Nomadic and Denotified Tribes. Before that, please do like, share and comment, and do subscribe my channel for more videos just like this. So now we'll start with the MCQs. First one is, which tribes helped the freedom fighters in the revolt of 1857? It's option number C, Nomadic and Denotified tribes. Second one, when did the government of India liberate the nomadic and denotified tribes from the Black Act of the British? It's option number A, in 1952 AD. Third one, which tribes were liberated from British Black Act in 1952 by the government of India? It's option number D, nomadic and denotified tribes. Fourth one, on whom did the life of nomadic and denotified tribes depend? It's option number D, on forest resources and animal husbandry. Fifth, which one is not included in the nomadic tribes of India? It's option number A, Devi Pujak. Sixth, which one is not included in the nomadic tribes of India? It's option number A, Devi Pujak. Seventh, which one is included in the nomadic tribes of Gujarat? It's option number B, Garudi. Eighth, which one is not included in the nomadic tribes of Gujarat? It's option number C, Miana. Ninth, which one is not included in the denotified tribes of Gujarat? It's option number D, Pardi. 10th, which of the denotified tribes is found in most areas of Gujarat? It's option number A, Devi Pujak tribe. 11th, who plays the main role of an arbitrator in resolving family problems of Devi Pujak tribes? It's option number B, caste tribunals. 12th, which nomadic and denotified tribes has been a well-known in Indian social structure since ancient times? It's option number B, Vanzara. 13th one, what was the collection of commercial goods known as? It's option number B, Vanjar, that is Tandu. 14th, which Sultan of Delhi Sultanate used Vanjaras to transport grains and goods to the markets of Delhi? It's option number D, Alauddin. 15th, which Mughal emperor has mentioned about carrying of grains on oxen by Vanjara and selling them in cities? It's option number D, Jahangir. 16th, from which region did the Vanjaras bring many goods to and from India? It's option number A, Central Asia. 17th, by which name is the habitat of Maldhari living in the forest of Gir and Barda hills known? It's option number D, Ness. 18th, Rabaris of which area in Gujarat migrate in summer? It's option number B, Kutch. 19th, which nomadic and denotified tribes knows many arts of physical skills? It's option number A, Nats or acrobats. 20th, in what form are the lifestyles of nomadic and denotified tribes like Kangasya, Vedwa, Madari, Dafir, etc. mostly seen? It's option number C, Kabila's family. 21, with what has the government tried to develop the nomadic and denotified tribes as much as possible by associating them? It's option number D, with science and technology. 22nd, the picture given below shows the occupation of which nomadic and denotified tribes? It's option number A, occupation of Vanzara tribe. And now we'll continue with question number 2, fill in the blanks. First one, India is a country with a diverse cultural legacy. Second, nomadic and denotified tribes took part in the revolt of 1857. Third, in 1952, Government of India gave a respectable status as denotified tribes to nomadic and denotified tribes. Fourth, the life of nomadic and denotified tribes was largely based on forest resources and animal husbandry. Fifth, government had prepared a detailed report in 2008 AD for the development and preservation of the culture and of nomadic and denotified tribes. Vanzara was the most important tribes among the nomadic and denotified tribes. Seventh, Vanzara caste has been a well-known name in Indian society structure since ancient times. 8. The Vanzaras were mostly engaged in the transportation of merchandise, that is commercial goods. Ninth, Sultan Alauddin Khilji used Vanzaras to transport grains and other goods to the markets of Delhi. 10th, the tribes which are continuously migrating from one place to another are called nomadic or denotified tribes. 11th, Maldhari live in nests in the forests of Gir and Bada hills. 12th, Maldhari women and men work to spin wool of sheep and hair of goats. 13th, the nomadic and denotified tribes named Nats or acrobats know many arts of physical skills. 14th, collection of merchandise was recognized as Vanjar, that is Tandu. 15th, the nomadic and denotified tribes named Kangasya mostly work to sell comps and cosmetics. 16th, the lifestyle of Kangasya, Vedwa, Madari, Dafer castes are mostly seen in the form of kabilas. 17th, hostels and residential schools have been set up for educating children of nomadic and denotified tribes. 18th, Rabaris of Kutch migrate from Kutch to central Gujarat in the summer. And now we'll start with question number 3, that is true or false. First one, India is a country with a diverse cultural legacy. It is true. Second, over the years, we have been associated emotionally with those people who are different from us in language and lifestyle. It is true. Third one, the nomadic and denotified tribes accompanied Britishers in the revolt of 1857. It is false. Fourth one, after the independence, the government of India gave respectable status as denotified tribes to the nomadic and denotified tribes. It is true. Fifth, the life of nomadic and denotified tribes was mainly based on industrial unit. It is false. Sixth, the government has made attempts to give human rights to nomadic and denotified tribes by giving them constitutional status. It is true. Seventh one, the government of India has prepared a detailed report for scheduled tribes in 2008. It is false. 8. Dafer, Miana, and Devi Pujak tribes are not included in the denotified tribes. It is false. Ninth, acrobats, that is Bajania, were the most important among nomadic and denotified tribes. It is false. 10th, after the independence of the country, Vanzara has developed by taking advantage of education and other government schemes. It is true. 11th, the life of the nomadic and denotified people was mostly based on agriculture. It is false. 12th, the group of Vanzaras was called Tandu. It is true. 13th, Shah Jahan has mentioned about works of Vanzaras in his writings. It is false. 14. The lifestyles of the Kangasya, Vedwa, Madari, Dafer, etc. tribes are mostly found in the form of kabilas. It is true. 15th, the Nats Bajania live in nests. It is false. 16th, the government has announced housing loan schemes for nomadic people. It is false. Now we'll continue with question number 4. Match the following. First one, 1857 AD, it's option number 5. First freedom struggle revolution. Second, 1871 AD, it's option number 4. Criminal Tribes Act. Third one, 1952 AD, it's option number 2. Nomadic and denotified tribes were liberated from the Black Act of the British. Fourth, 2008 AD, it's option number 1. Report for the nomadic and denotified tribe. Now second, match the following. First one, the tribe's products and trade vegetables. It's option number 4, Devi Pujak. Second, link between India and world. It's option number 5, Vanzara. Third, the people who migrate in summer. It's option number 1, Maldharis of Kutch. Fourth, the people showing the skills on rope. It's option number 3, Nat or acrobats. The third, match the following is. First one, Kangasya. It's option number 6, sales of cosmetics. Second, nomadic tribes. It's option number 1, Bhavaiya, Garudi and Vanasfoda. Third one, Vanzara. It's option number 4, transportation of grains and commodities. Fourth one, Maldhari. It's option number 2, people living in nests. And fifth one, denotified tribes. It's option number 3, Miana, Wagher and Dafer. Now we'll continue with question number 5, that is answer in 1 or 2 sentences. First one, with which type of legacy is India a country? So India is a country with a diverse cultural legacy. Second one, which are called nomadic and denotified tribes. The tribes which migrated from one place to another for occupation and various objectives are called nomadic and denotified tribes. Third one, when did the nomadic and denotified tribes get the respectable status as a denotified tribes? After independence, Government of India liberated these tribes from this Black Act in 1952 and gave them a respectable status as denotified tribes. Fourth one, how did some nomadic tribes used to buy and sell the goods? Some nomadic people loaded goods or animals and moved from one place to another to buy and sell goods. Fifth one, which animals did some nomadic and denotified tribes made? Some nomadic and denotified tribes were associated with trade of sheep, goat, horse, cow, buffalo, donkey, camel, bull, ox, etc. Sixth one, which things did the nomadic and denotified tribes Kangasya and Modwas used to sell? The nomadic and denotified tribes Kangasya and Modwas used to sell bangles and cosmetics. Seventh one, what was the distinctive identity of some nomadic and denotified tribes? A distinctive identity of these tribes was that their language, social affairs, as well as their lifestyle remained identical. Eighth one, which tribes are included in the nomadic tribes of Gujarat? The tribes like Bajania, Garudi, Vanasfoda, Bhavaiya, Ravaliya, Kangasia, Chamtha, Salat, etc. are included in the nomadic tribes of Gujarat. Ninth one, which tribes are included in the denotified tribes of Gujarat? The tribes like Chara, Dafer, Miana, Wagher, Devi Pujak, Sandhi, etc. are included in the denotified tribes of Gujarat. Tenth one, what has the government of India done for the nomadic and denotified tribes? The government of India has implemented special plans for the development of nomadic and denotified tribes by including them in the most backward tribes. 11th one, where is Devi Pujak denotified tribes found in Gujarat? In Gujarat, Devi Pujak denotified tribe is found in most part of the state. 12th one, in which occupation does Devi Pujak liberated tribe involve? Devi Pujak denotified tribes involves in producing and trading vegetables. In addition to this, they also do some traditional occupations. 13th one, who are called Vanzaras? The people associated with Vanzar are called Vanzaras. 14th, in what were the most of the Vanzaras engaged? What was the collection of their commercial goods known? The most of the Vanzaras were engaged in the transportation of merchandise or commercial goods. The collection of their commercial goods was known as Vanzar means Tandu. 15th one, for what work did Alauddin Khilji use Vanzaras? Alauddin Khilji used Vanzaras to transport grains and goods to the markets of Delhi. 16th, what has Mughal Emperor Jahangir mentioned about Vanzaras? The Vanzaras loaded oxen and sold grains in the cities. Mughal Emperor Jahangir has mentioned this about Vanzaras. 17th, how can it be said that Vanzaras were the link between India and the world? Vanzaras brought many goods from Central Asia of India, and many goods were taken to countries outside India. From this, it can be said that Vanzaras were the link between India and the world. 18th one, as far as in which countries are Vanzara people located? Vanzara people are located as far as in Pakistan and Afghanistan. 19th one, where do Maldharis reside in Gujarat? Maldharis reside in Gir, Barda, Alech and desert region of Kutch in Gujarat. 20th, when do the Maldharis of Kutch migrate to where and taking what? The Maldharis of Kutch migrate to central Gujarat in summer, taking a large number of camels, sheep and goats with them. 21. Of what arts do the nats or acrobats people know? The nats or acrobats people know the art of physical skills. 22nd. What occupation do Kangasia people do? Kangasia people mostly do the occupation of selling combs and cosmetics. 23rd. How is the lifestyle of Kangasia and other nomadic and denotified tribes seen? The lifestyle of Kangasia and other nomadic and denotified tribe is mostly seen in the form of kabilas, that is family. 24th, what matters of Kangasia and other nomadic and denotified tribes are similar? Kabilas practice, language, diet, dress, and other lifestyle of Kangasia and other nomadic and denotified tribes are similar. 25. Why are still poverty and unemployment seen among the nomadic and denotified tribe? Still poverty and unemployment are seen among the nomadic and denotified tribes due to lack of education and awareness. Now we'll continue with question number 6. Answer in brief. First one, what kind of exchange took place between nomadic pastoralists and permanent farmers? Why? Nomadic pastoralists used to buy grains, clothes, utensils, and other items from the permanent farmers, and in return, they used to give other items like wool, ghee, etc. In this way, the goods are exchanged between nomadic pastoralists and permanent farmers. Second question, why the Rabaris or Maldharis of Kutch had to migrate in summer? Rabaris of Kutch depend on animal husbandry for their livelihood. They keep sheep, goats, and camels. Most of the region of Kutch is in a desert. There is very less rainfall here in the monsoon. Therefore, in summer, there is a severe shortage of water and fodder in Kutch. This forces the Rabaris of Kutch to migrate in search of water and fodder to save their livestock. Third one, which tricks are performed by the Nats to entertain people? Nats perform tricks like magic tricks, walking on a rope, walking on a stick, as well as other physical skills to entertain people. Now we'll continue with question number 7. Give reasons. First one is the British government enacted Criminal Tribes Act in 1871. In the Freedom Revolt of 1857, the nomadic and denotified tribes helped the freedom fighters. Therefore, the British government enacted the Criminal Tribes Act 1871 to separate these tribes from other communities. Under this law, the British government falsely accused some tribes and declared them as a criminal community. Second one, Vanzaras were the link between India and the world. Vanzaras brought many goods from Central Asia of India, and many goods were taken to countries outside India. From this, it can be said that Vanzaras were the link between India and the world. Third one, Kangasia people live in undeveloped condition. Kangasia people live in undeveloped condition due to the migration from one place to another and closure of their traditional occupations. Now we'll continue with question number 8. Give the introductions. First one is Maldharis. Maldharis living in Gir, Barda, Alej and desert region of Kutch in Gujarat are referred to as nomadic and denotified tribes. They live in nests in the forests of Gir and Barda hills and mostly make a living on animal husbandry. Rabaris of Kutch migrate from Kutch to central Gujarat in summer. Along with them, they take a large number of camels, sheep, and goats. Second one is Kangasia. Kangasia is a nomadic and denotified tribe of Gujarat. Kangasia mostly sell combs and cosmetics. They also live in undeveloped environment due to the migration from one place to another and closure of their traditional occupations. The lifestyle of all these castes are mostly seen in the form of kabilas. And here we come to the end of the chapter number 6, that is nomadic and denotified tribes. I hope you have understood the whole chapter, and if you have any doubts you can write in the comment section. I'll surely try to answer all the questions. Thank you for watching my video, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more updates. Thank you.